So in this electromagnetism, first, we already discussed this part yesterday, that force on a current carrying conductor. So if the wire is there, if a current carrying conductor is there, it produces a magnetic field, and this magnetic field cuts the magnetic field of a permanent magnet or interact with the magnetic field of a permanent magnet and experience the force. So in this example, you can see a current is passing through the wire. So this is the direction of the current. And on the right hand side, we have south, and the left hand side, we have north. So if you want to find the direction of the force experienced by this wire, first thing, why this wire will experience a force? Because there is a magnetic field of a wire and there is a magnetic field of a permanent magnet. So there are two magnetic fields. So whenever two magnetic fields are interacting with each other, there will be a force between them. To find this force, to find the direction of this force, what we will use? We will use Fleming's left hand rule. So according to Fleming's left hand rule, your first finger represents the magnetic field south. The first finger should point towards the south. The second represents direction of the current, and thumb is pointing towards force. So in this example, my first finger, because the south is towards right, so my first finger is pointing towards south. Second finger represents direction of the current. The current is towards me according to this figure. So my second finger is pointing towards the current. Where thumb is pointing, automatically you can see thumb is pointing up. So what it shows that this wire will experience an upward force. Is it clear? The force on this wire, which is placed in the magnetic field. You will use Fleming's left-hand rule to find the force on the wire which is placed in a magnetic field. So your first finger represents south, magnetic south. So in this case, this is a left-hand rule. So first finger is pointing towards south. So south is towards right-hand side. As you can see in the picture, this right-hand side is the south. So this side is south. Second represent direction of the current. This finger, second finger represent direction of the current. That's outside or towards. It's out of the paper or the screen. And thumb is pointing up. So if thumb is pointing up, the force will be upward. You will always use left hand to find the direction of the force on the wire and right hand to find the direction of the magnetic field due to a current carrying conductor. These are some examples related to the force. So when current passes through a wire, the wire moves in the direction where the force is, it is experiencing a force. So if we reverse the direction of current, direction of force will change. If we change the direction of the magnetic field, the direction of the force will also change. And we can find by using a Fleming's left hand rule. So you can see Fleming's left hand rule, the first finger pointing towards south, the second finger representing a current, and the thumb will represent the force. Now, what is a DC motor? A DC motor, a rectangular wire which is placed in a magnetic field. When we pass the current, it starts to rotate. So it converts the electrical energy to kinetic energy. A device which is converting electrical energy to kinetic energy and start to move or rotate. When we pass the current, we call that as a DC motor. For a DC motor, you have to first learn the labels. What are the labels for DC motor? You have magnetic poles, north and south poles. You have a rectangular wire. You can see this is a rectangular wire. Then split rings. This part is known as a split ring. And split rings are connected to the carbon brushes. split ring or commutator. You can say split ring or you can say commutator. And with split ring, the part which is connected is a carbon brush. You have to learn these labels, how it works, that we will discuss. But first thing, you should learn the labels of this DC motor. So a DC motor consists of a rectangular wire which is placed between the magnetic poles, and that rectangular wire, the other end of the rectangular wire is connected to commutators, and these commutators are in contact with the carbon brushes. Then we have a source of energy, a battery or the power supply or a cell. Now how it works, the working of a DC motor. So when we pass the current, so first thing, when we are passing a current through this, so direction of conventional current is always from positive to negative. The big line is representing a positive terminal, small line is representing a negative terminal. So current will pass, because the carbon brush which are made up of graphite, graphite is a conducting material, can allow the electricity to pass, then it will pass through the rectangular wire and go out towards the negative terminal. I will shade this region. You can see this one is like split ring Q, and the other one is a split ring P. Now what happened when we pass the current? So there's a magnetic field of the wire and there's a magnetic field of a magnet. So whenever there are two magnetic fields, the two magnetic fields will interact with each other. So as the two magnetic field will interact with each other, the split ring X and Y are there. Now, as the two magnetic field interact with each other, so these sides will experience a force. What will be the force on side AB? What will be the direction of the force on AB? So how I can work out? I will use Fleming's left hand rule. So to use Fleming's left hand rule, my first finger should point towards south, so south is towards right. My second finger represents direction of the current, so current is going into, so side AB, the current is going into. Where my thumb is pointing down. So what is the force on side AB? The side AB will experience a force which is downward. What about side C and D? So side C and D, first finger represents south, second represents direction of the current, which is from C to D, which is towards me, the out of the screen, and thumb is pointing up. So which direction it will experience a force? So side C and D will experience upward force. So side AB is moving, causing an upward force. Side AB is causing a downward force. There's a downward force on side AB, and there is an upward force on side CD. So when the two forces are there and they're acting some distance from the point of rotation, so what we will observe? We will observe that it will start to rotate. So what happened, like example, if this mobile is representing a rectangular wire, so this is a rectangular wire with sides A, B, C, and D. Now what happened? If one side it is experiencing a downward force and another side experiencing an upward force, so what will happen? This coil will rotate. So there will be a rotation because there's a downward force from one side and upward force from other side. So when it is on the axle, that coil will rotate. So this produces a turning effect. The coil will rotate when we pass the current. So as the coil will rotate, so what will be the new position? As AB is moving down, means the rotation, as you can see, this force will cause a rotation, and this is a clockwise rotation. So the split ring X was, I was using, split ring Y, I was using a pink shade, and for X, I was using a gray shade. So what happened? These split rings will also rotate. So as these split ring will also rotate, what will be the new position? The new position is vertical. So as it is vertical now, this one is split ring X, Y, and the other one is split ring X. So as it is vertical now, you can see there is no connection between the split ring because there's a gap. If this was X and the other one is Y, the split ring, the carbon brushes are not in contact with these split rings. Why they are not in contact? Because as this coil rotates, the split ring will also rotate. So they lose the contact. But initially, when you see the previous figure, when you see the first picture, you can clearly see that the split rings were in contact with the carbon brushes. So this was the split ring X and the split ring Y, and they are in contact with the carbon brush. But as it start to rotate, you can see AB is experiencing a downward force and CD is experiencing upward force. So it start to rotate. So this was Y and this one is X. As they start to rotate, X will be up, Y will be down. At this position, there's no contact between the split ring and the carbon brushes. So if there is no contact between the split ring and the carbon brushes, it means there will be no current in the circuit. So when there is no current in the circuit, but this coil will not stop, it will continue to rotate. Why it will continue to rotate? Because of its inertia. As you can see, like example, if you take example of the fan, if a fan is off and you switch on, so it will start to rotate. If you switch off, then the fan will not stop at the moment you switch off. It will continue to rotate some time and eventually it will be, or slowly it will be stopped. So same thing happened here. When we pass the current, the first position, there is a current and that current causes a rotation. The force is there and that force causes a rotation. So the coil start to rotate or move. As the coil start to rotate or move, then the new position of the coil is vertical. When it is exactly vertical, there is no current in the circuit, but the coil will not stop. Why it will not stop? Because of its inertia. So it will continue to move until you have, as you can see now, the side CD is on the right hand side and side AB is on the left hand side. And previously when we started, AB was on the right and CD was on the left. But now as it rotated, CD is on the right hand side and AB is on the left hand side. And you can see the position of the split rings also changes. First on the right hand side, we were having Y, but now Y is on the left hand side and X is on the right hand side. Now again they are in contact. So what is the direction of the current? So direction of the current is from positive to negative. So as the direction of the current is from positive to negative, you can see the direction of the current for side CD is opposite now. Before, when we check the first example for CD, you can see for the first picture example, the current was moving from C to D. But now as it rotated, now the current is moving from D to C. So the direction of the current is reverse. And why this direction of the current is reversed? Because of change in position of the split rings. Now, what will be the force on CD? What will be the direction of the force on CD? So direction of the force on CD will be down. When you apply a left hand rule, Fleming's left hand rule, your first finger represents south, your second finger represents direction of the current, CD is towards screen, and my thumb is pointing down, so it shows that the force will be downward force CD. And for AB, when I apply a rule, first finger represents magnetic field south, second represent direction of the current, which is from B to A. So thumb is pointing up, so it will experience upward. So what happened? The same coil, once it rotated half, then again it start to rotate in the same direction. So this is a simple DC motor in which there is a continuous rotation of the coil. Examples of DC motor, like example, the fan which we are using, the juicers, mixers, all they are DC motors. When we switch on, it start to rotate. So it uses the same principle, that it is having a carbon brushes and the split ring. When we pass the current, there is a force on the wire, rectangular wire. That force causes a rotation. Is it clear? The working of a DC motor. So I'll just quickly repeat what I mentioned here. What happened? Example first, the wire is exactly horizontal. So when you pass the current, AB will experience a downward force, CD experience upward force. This causes a rotation, turning effect. So when this causes a rotation, the wire will be vertical. When the wire is vertical, now there is no current because there is no contact between the split ring. So there is no current, but still the wire will continue to rotate because of its inertia. Then again, it will be horizontal and come in contact with the carbon brushes. So as the carbon brushes are in contact with the split ring, the current will start to pass. As you can see, the split ring positions are changed. First, X was on the left, Y is on the right. But when it rotates, now when it rotated, the Y is on the left hand side and X is on the right hand side. And it start to flow, the current start to flow. But in opposite direction, first it was from C to D, now it is from D to C. So the direction of the force also reverse, and it experience a force cause a turning effect. What is the purpose of the split ring or commutators? Is to reverse the direction of the current. How it reverses the direction of the current? You can see first the split ring Y was in contact from the right hand side. So the direction of the current was from A to B, then from B to C and C to D. But as it reverses, the changes the position split ring. So you can see now split ring X is in contact. So current will flow, but now the direction of the current, before that it was from A to B, then B to C and opposite. But now it is from D to C, C to B, and then B to A. So the direction of the current is reversed. That's a purpose of the split ring, so that it will ensure that it will rotate in a fixed direction. And how we can change the speed of the motor? We can increase the current, or we can increase the number of turns, like using greater number of turns, or increasing or using a stronger magnet, or increasing the area of the coil. These are the ways by which we can, like example, what I can do, I can increase the number of turns. I can have more turns of a wire, rectangular wire within this space. So it will experience more force. I can use stronger magnets. It will experience more. Or I can use a larger coil, larger area. that will also experience greater force. Is it clear? Any doubt in this part? The DC motor? The working of a DC motor, is it clear? Look, we started this DC motor. When we pass the current through a rectangular wire, the wire will experience the force. If you have a rectangular wire, example side AB is experiencing a downward and CD is experiencing an upward. Any doubt related to this DC motor? Basically, when we pass the current, the rectangular wire experience a force that causes a turning effect, and this turning effect, electrical energy converted into kinetic energy.